I said, what's good, YouTube family? This your boy Really Winzo, and I'm back in the building with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Yeah, we doing a fire reaction video. Well, we doing a reaction video to 94 murders in 31 days in Chicago. It's crazy, man. I'm pretty sure the, the world and Chicago itself is really fed up. We need to find something.
In August 2016, Chicago experienced one of the deadliest months in recent history. 90 people were shot and killed, nearly 3 every single day. Hundreds more were wounded. It was
3 single every day.
a level of gun violence that pushed the city to its breaking point. Emergency rooms were overwhelmed, police were stretched thin, ambulance calls poured.
And this go for all cities. My city, your city, they city, our city, period. We all have seen days where it was chaos. Can we see days where it's paradise?
And one after another, trauma surgeons worked non-stop as shooting victims flooded hospitals across the south and west sides. Detectives scrambled to process dozens of active crime scenes, many before the blood had even dried from the last. The murder count that month was the highest Chicago has seen in 2 decades.
Chicago has been hit with a major spike in gun violence. 10 people were shot overnight. In June, 447 people were shot in that city. That's nearly 15 per day. DeMarco Morgan tells us what the police department is doing about it.
72 people were killed in the month of June, and there have already been 350 homicides in Chicago this year, outpacing the total for the same period last year. The city may even surpass 600 murders for the first time in more than a decade. And Chicago police are warning the city could see one of its most violent and deadly holiday weekends on record.
Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website. That's in the description, where I post viral videos daily. And plus, make sure you like the video and share it with someone to spread the violence awareness. On Monday, August 1st, 2016, in the heart of Chicago lawn, Miguel Diaz, 28, stood near his home on the 3900 block of West 68th Street. Without warning, at 2:00 p.m., gunshots rang out. Diaz was struck in the head. Bystanders called for help immediately. Paramedics arrived within minutes and transported him to Advocate Christ Hospital in Oak Lawn, where doctors fought to save his life. The medical examiner's report was clear: homicide, multiple gunshot wounds, a life cut short in his own neighborhood. Early on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2016, Dante Lee, just 29, walked down the sidewalk along the 5200 block of West Gladys Avenue in Austin. It was approximately 12:30 a.m. Out of nowhere, a white car pulled alongside. Someone leapt out and fired, the bullet piercing Lee's chest. He fell where he stood.
See, this is crazy. And I don't know, it's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know why they telling us this. Was these intentional, or was they just anonymous? Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't for the person that.
Moments stretched into minutes. Emergency responders arrived, but there was nothing they could do. At precisely 1:00 a.m., the Cook County medical examiner pronounced him dead at the scene. Lee lived in Maywood on the 1200 block of South 15th Avenue and was known to authorities as a documented gang member. No arrests had been made. The shooter remains unidentified. On Wednesday, August 3rd, 2016, 58-year-old Penny Gerhardt, a dedicated
Yeah, if y'all, he just answered my question though. He did.
streetwise vendor and grandmother, was walking along the 4500 block of North Sheridan Road in uptown Chicago. At approximately 3:15 p.m., gunfire erupted from a passing vehicle. Penny, along with a 58-year-old man, became casualties of a drive.
See, and that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that's another thing I'm scared of. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just riding, and all of a sudden, shots let off. You know, you know what I'm saying? And it just so happened I'm just riding past and I get shot. That you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even be that, but you know, bullets don't got no eyes on it. And, you know, I'm just keep
By
on
shooting believed to be
keep
tied
it
to
shooting
gang
loud.
violence. Penny was struck in the torso. She was transported to Illinois Masonic Medical Center, where she succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead in the pre-dawn
R.I.P.
hours of August 4th, 2016. Torius Kiefer, age 21, was behind the wheel near the 10,200 block of South Lafayette on Chicago's Falls.
Regardless who it is and what's the situation is, man, it's R.I.P. to all these people. You know what I'm saying?
South Side. At approximately 2:35
Condolences to the
a.m.,
family.
firing erupted. His vehicle swerved into the side of a garage. Emergency teams discovered he had been shot in the left eye and died instantly. In that split second, a young life extinguished, and the community awoke to another senseless loss. On Friday afternoon, August 5th, 2016, 15-year-old Mario Venegas Jr. was inside a Humboldt Park apartment on West Evergreen
15 at 15, and I'm remind y'all, this not just in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all across the world. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of videos, reaction videos to similar videos to like this. No matter where you go, you know what I'm saying? No matter what state, what city, what country, there's always gonna be some chaos.
Avenue when a firearm accidentally discharged at about 1:25 p.m. He fell gravely injured and was transported to Stroger Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on summer afternoon, August 5th, 2016. And Delance Price, age 16, stepped onto the vacant lot behind
It said 16.
the 6700 block of South Wabash Avenue in Park Manor. At roughly 12:40 p.m., the air cracked with rapid-fire gunshots. Neighbors counted nearly a dozen before seeing Delance crumple. He died there on the dust and grass, no hospital. Officers surveyed the scene in silence. Delance lived just blocks away on South Wabash. His life ended midday, midsummer. The night was closing in on Pilsen when gunfire shattered the street's calm. At 11:00 p.m., Victor Alvarado, 26, walked alone on South May Street. Bullets from a silver car found their mark, multiple wounds, a frantic dash to Stroger Hospital, but at 12:38 a.m., his life ended. No justice yet, no suspects in custody, a life extinguished in the pulse of one city block. Victor Alvarado was 26 years old when he was shot and killed in a drive-by in Chicago's Pilsen neighborhood. It happened around 11 p.m. on August 6, 2016 in the 1900 block of South
Okay, most of this, what is it, a gang war or just
May Street. A silver car pulled up, someone inside opened fire, and Victor was hit multiple times. He was rushed to Stroger Hospital and pronounced dead at 12:38 a.m. No arrests were made. It was just after midnight when horror struck West Ridge. Miguel Bahena, age 18, walked silently down Devon Avenue at 12:30 a.m. A stranger emerged, gun drawn, one shot to the chest, and Miguel collapsed. Minutes later, he was dead. His life ended on a cold sidewalk. Witnesses saw a gray hoodie disappear into the night. No arrests, no closure. Maurice Selvey was 32 years old when he was gunned down just after 3 a.m. on August 6, 2016. He was standing outside in the 800 block of North Cambridge Avenue when someone opened fire, hitting him in the head and abdomen. Another man, aged 33, was also shot in the torso but survived. Maurice was rushed to Northwestern Memorial Hospital and pronounced dead at 3:11 a.m. The other man refused to cooperate with police. No arrests have been made. Shortly after 2:20 a.m. on Sunday, August 7, 2016, at a birthday gathering in the 1300 block of West Hastings at the ABLA Brooks homes.
Man, do y'all see this? We repeatedly cycle. Just look at all these faces they showing at it. It's repeatedly cycle. Something need to change, man. All of us, including me.
Near University Village on the near west side, someone opened fire into a crowded street. 43-year-old Everett Levon Blue Coleman, who had come to celebrate with friends, was struck in the head and chest.
And see, that's one reason I don't go out. I'm gonna stop pausing, but that's one reason I don't go out. I don't hang in big crowds. You know, I don't go back to. I don't go to kickbacks, picnics, whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Clubs, strip clubs. I don't go to none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just simple fact, cause a situation like this.
And died at the scene. At 2:42 a.m., a 40-year-old woman was also hit and was hospitalized in stable condition. Coleman lived on the 2400 block of West Madison, had recently started a job in security, and was left behind by 4 daughters and a grieving community.
It's for the sounds of a man changing his life, or putting his life on the right path. But you gotta know who you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you put yourself around. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know what people going through or what people got coming to them. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be mindful of what you do, or the steps you take, or the places you be.
Sunday morning came too soon for Louis Marin 29. At around 4:25 a.m., gunfire raked the quiet street of South Torrance Avenue in South Deering. He was hit multiple times in the head. Paramedics arrived to a scene frozen in grief. Marin had already passed by 5:05 a.m. His death, tied to a domestic home invasion, shocked the community and silenced a dedicated CP school security officer and coach. No arrests followed at approximately 2:20 a.m. On Sunday, August 7, 2016, 17-year-old Corey Buckner stood outside in the 300 block of East 130th Street in the Eden Green/Riverdale neighborhood when gunfire rang out. He and the 41-year-old man were shot. Both were taken to injuries to the head and was pronounced dead at 7:57 a.m. He lived on the 13,200 block of South Eberhard Avenue. A person was arrested shortly afterward but released without charges. On Monday, August 8, 2016, at approximately 2:27 a.m., 25-year-old William Villa was stopped at a red light in a black SUV in the 1100 block of Northwestern Avenue at Division Street in Ukrainian Village.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
A dark-colored vehicle pulled alongside, and someone inside fired, hitting him in the head. His SUV then rolled forward and crashed into a traffic light. 3 female passengers were uninjured. Villain was taken to Stroger Hospital and pronounced dead at 2:57 a.m. He lived in the 2400 block of South Drake Avenue in Little Village. No arrests were reported. On Monday, August 8, 2016, at 1:18 p.m., 62-year-old Michael Lucas sat on his front porch in the 9100 block of South.
Not the old school, man. And it look like there's quite a few in between, but it look like most of the younger people and the older people is getting casually struck by something wasn't meant for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. And in due time, people ain't trying to be mindful because they try to get they man, but there's a lot goes around that. But we're gonna keep on with the video.
Cottage Grove Avenue in the Chatham
While I
neighborhood
smoke
when
my
shots were
donkey bone.
fired toward him. He suffered a fatal neck wound and was pronounced dead at the scene at 1:35 p.m. Lucas lived on the same block. Police indicated he was not the intended target. Detectives continued their investigation, but no arrests were.
What did they say? Most people that get casualty struck is not the intended target. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go out check out Top Trenches Report TV. You know what I'm saying? He have some good content. Shout out to him.
Made at around 2:25 a.m. on Monday, August 8, 2016. Officers responding to a shooting found 43-year-old Lee Martin lying on the sidewalk in the 3200 block of West Walnut Street in East Garfield Park. He had suffered gunshot wounds to his head and back and was pronounced dead by 2:39 a.m. Martin lived on the 6500 block of South Loomis Street. An autopsy confirmed homicide by multiple gunshots. No one was arrested. John Jose Jr. was behind the wheel that night in Holman Square. At 9:24 p.m. on August 8, 2016, he heard gunfire and felt immediate pain. His vehicle veered off and came to rest in a vacant lot. Multiple gunshot wounds, arm, back, torso. He was taken to Mount Sinai but didn't survive. By 10:32 p.m., he was gone. His home on West Fillmore now silent. No suspects, no answers. A life cut short on one city block. At 7:22 p.m. on Monday evening, August.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I wanted y'all to see something real quick. That's my other one, man. Y'all go follow me. Y'all go follow me real quick. I don't know if y'all seen it. You know what I'm saying? I just started it up. Go follow me.
8th, Ariel Mitchell stood in West Garfield Park as bullets flew from a gray car driving nearby. Struck in the torso and arm, he was rushed to Strogel Hospital, but his life ended at 8:03 p.m. He was only 22. Known to neighbors as a good kid, he lived on West 5th Avenue. His death marked another unresolved tragedy. A late summer night, August 8, 2016, Eric L. Williams stood on his porch in West Englewood at 10:18 p.m. A gray sedan rolled by, shots. He fell, wounds to his side and torso. Taken to Stroger, he died at 11:00 p.m. He was 27 and lived on West 73rd Place. No arrests, just a silent street where a life once stood. As you can see, it's already 17 murders and it's only the 18th, but many more was to come. Denzel Midzell was walking down the 3200 block of West 83rd Street just after 7:40 p.m. on August 8th.
This ain't normal. Ain't none of this normal. You know what I'm saying? Probably know people that, you know what I'm saying, had to live surrounded by it. It don't become normal. Even the people I see, even talking about it, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm doing a reaction video to it, but we could be aware. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Keep your head on
2016.
the swivel.
Without warning, gunfire
But
hit
stay
Stryker,
dangerous.
his arm, neck, and face. He collapsed. Paramedics arrived, but by 8:20 p.m., his life had ended at Advocate Christ Hospital. No arrest, no closure. Another young life snuffed out on a quiet southwest side block. It was just before 9 p.m. on that same Monday when Corey Hughes stood on South Kilpatrick. He was approached by a lone shooter. Bullets
See all
struck.
these faces, right?
He was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital, but he wouldn't survive. At 9:38 p.m., Corey's life ended, turning a West Garfield Park street into a crime scene. A teenager was also injured nearby. Kennedy Hatchett, 44, was standing with two others on a sidewalk in the 9400 block of South LaSalle just before midnight on August 9, 2016. At 11:17 p.m., a blue car pulled up and someone inside opened fire. Hatchett was struck in the head and rushed to Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, where he was pronounced dead at 12:11 a.m. On Tuesday, August 9, 2016, at approximately 2:07 p.m., 18-year-old Julius Maurice Coleman was dropped off in the 5600 block of South May Street in the Inglewood neighborhood. As he exited the vehicle, a passing blue car opened fire, striking him in the chest. He was rushed to Stroger Hospital and pronounced dead at 2:56 p.m. Julius lived in the 6000 block of South Green Street. His family later reached out to Life After Hate Foundation to raise awareness about his unsolved murder. His death remains a cold case. 20 names in, 20 lives taken, and we're still not even halfway through the month. In just the first 3 weeks of August, there were over 400 shooting victims across the city, not incidents.
You hear that, right?
Victims. That kind of volume stretched not only hospital resources but also CPD's ability to investigate. With an average clearance rate of under 25% at the time, most cases went unsolved. Detectives were often assigned multiple homicides in a single shift. On Tuesday, August 9th, 2016, at about 8:00 p.m., 32-year-old DeMarco Kennedy, a married father of 3 who worked for a railroad company, sat at his kitchen table in his Rosemore neighborhood apartment on the 600 block of East 102nd Place when a stray bullet fired from a nearby Popeye's parking lot flew through the window and struck him in the neck. He was transported in critical condition and died at 10:14 p.m. Police.
See, that's crazy. You can't even be comfortable in your own house. That's insane.
Believe he was not the intended target. No arrests were made. On Tuesday, August 9, 2016 at 8:30 p.m., 25-year-old Cortez Tate was inside a business located in the 7300 block of North Rogers Avenue in the Rogers Park neighborhood when 2 men entered through the front door. Without warning, one of them pulled a gun and shot Cortez in the head. He was rushed to St. Francis Hospital in Evanston in critical condition, but shortly after arrival, he was pronounced dead. The Cook County Medical Examiner confirmed his identity and reported his residence as the 7600 block of North Sheridan Road. On Wednesday, August 10, 2016, at approximately 10:20 p.m., 22-year-old Stefan Triplett was found unresponsive on the 12,400 block of South Low Avenue in the West Pullman neighborhood, lying in the parkway with a gunshot wound to the head. Responding officers transported him to Rosalind Community Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 11:13 p.m. Jamie Williams was just